Hi, I'm Marcy Matejcek, and I'm going to show you how to create a video using Midjourney and Kling. And so I saw this beautiful video of a bunch of women dressed in these gorgeous dresses, and they're flowing from one to another. So I thought that I would show you how to do that. So I'm going to start in Chat GPT, and I'm just going to say it's really hard for me to think while I'm presenting. So I'm going to have Chat GPT do that for me. So let's do 5 models. 5 to generate. I'm going to take this a step further actually. So I'm actually going to do an additional step here so that I can show you to insert a background into an image. So I'm just going to copy and paste these really quickly in here without looking at them. We'll do a 9:16. So I'm just going to throw all these prompts in here. I didn't figure out any special setting or anything like that. It's going to change my aspect ratio, but that's okay. Oh, I hope I didn't run out of credits. We're good. Last one. So while those are generating, I'm going to ask for a prompt, and let's have these women standing in front of, just in a nice mid-desert, with golden hour desert. So I want a background. So I'm just going to generate one background. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the girls the women into the background using a different program. So I only want one. This is good. Just do this. Oh, no, it didn't understand me. So I'll go back up here. And that's going to give me 5. So I'm just going to use one. Clean and minimal is perfect because we don't want to take away from the women. So let's do that. And we'll go back and check on our progress here. So let's just pick our favorite ones. I don't love that one. It's kind of fake looking. Sure, whatever. We'll go with that one. These ones are actually really nice. I thought I liked that one, but I actually kind of like this. That might make a really cool effect. So we'll do that one. I should have specified that they're all looking at the camera, but that's all right. Let's go with her. Let me see what our downloads are. That's fine. All right, so I'm going to insert the images of the women into my desert background. So I'm using free pick. I'm going to upload the image of the desert first, and then I'm going to upload first woman, her character, and I'm just going to say, I'm going to use Nano Banana Pro. Actually, it's being really, so we'll see how slow it is. I might just switch to Nano Banana because it's really good too. So insert, I'll reference character 1 into image 1. Her standing on the desert sand. So we'll see how this does. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate each woman onto that same background because I want to have the background be static, hopefully as much as possible. It can be a little bit hard. Oh shoot, I generated them the wrong size. Whoops, let's change that. I think these are all 2x3, so we'll change that to be the right way. I want the background to be as static as possible and then insert these women over it. So when they do their spins or whatever they do, they'll transition with the same background consistent throughout the whole time. So that was what I would like to do. We'll see how it works. So I'm just going to keep feeding these women into here and letting it do its thing. The first one came up and I'm not sure. It does look like it preserved it. So we can probably use this one. So I'm going to download that. Whoops, let's make a new. Let's just go to finished all of them. It changed up the background in this one, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. If that's the case, I can also make a reference image and show exactly where the character should be standing. So since I've done all of these women, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that image in there and I'm going to say, create a, I don't know how to spell that, but whatever, sketch. We'll do that in Seed Dream and then we'll get that. That one's good. This one's still working away. This one's good. She's very fake looking, but I was not able to, I wasn't able to get, what is going on? For some reason, I can't get that last woman. I don't know if they think that it looks like a celebrity or something. I couldn't generate that last image, so that's fine. What I'm going to do now is go into, I got to get all this stuff out of the way. I'm going to move my screen over. So now we're going to go into Kling. Stuff there. So in Kling, I'm going to go to the image model, the video one. And actually, first what we're going to do is we're actually going to drop our models into the image, into the LLM. So I'm going to drop one and then a second one. I'm going to say I want to transition the first woman into the second. I can do a stylized spin, make it magical. This will be going in Kling first and last frame. So write the prompt. Oh, Chat GPT is always giving me the best compliments here. Whoop. So I'm going to load those images in while that's doing its thing. So my first image, you just drag and drop them, which is great. Kling is really good. I find when I use Kling and I use VO for video, or Google Flow is what I use it on. When I'm doing them in Kling, when I'm doing them in VO, I usually get 2 to 4 outputs. When I'm doing them in Kling, I only get 1 output at a time because I don't have unlimited generations in it. However, I find that often the first one will nail it. So I just upgraded my Loom, but it keeps cutting me off. So I have to keep starting over. So now we have our 2 images that are loaded in the first and last prompt. And we have this super long prompt that I'm not even going to read just for time's sake. And we'll throw it in here and see what it does. I'm just going to make it 5 seconds. Otherwise, the video is going to be extremely long. And while that's generating, I'm going to drop in my next ones. So I already put the woman in the burgundy dress in, but because I'm doing first and last frame and I want a smooth transition, I'm going to start her off in the starting frame. And you'll see how it works when I put it together in the editor. So I'll just say repeat these 2. So while that's doing its thing, this one's not quite ready yet, it's just fine. Actually, what I can do is I can load my next images in. You can also hit this and it'll move it over, which I didn't do. So you can see that the desert did stay pretty consistent. Still writing. Everything's going slow today because I'm using a whole bunch of different devices. So we'll put that one in and then we'll repeat. And then when those are done, I will show you what the final output, I'll show you the videos for them. So I'm going to switch those, delete that one. And then this is our last woman. This is done. So I think I screwed up a little bit because, oops, I left the aspect ratio, change it. Oh no, maybe not, it's good. Perfect. So now we have that one. And then the second one is going to start the lady who ended. I did not finish this one yet, so I will put the last 2 in there. Oh, what did I do here? Oh, that's right. And we'll do that one. So now the second one's done. So we'll see how that looks. That one's not as good, but it works. So I'm just going to download these 2. Third one should be done soon. And unfortunately, we only have the 3 because that actually we should have 1, 2, 3, 4. We did that. Oh, so we only have 3 because that 4th lady. So this one's still generating. I'm going to move over to CapCut and we'll start a new project. And I'm just going to drop in our first video and then our second video. We'll put those side by side. Let's check back in on here. Oh, it's done. Hopefully this one looks... Well, that's what happens when you don't read the prompt. I didn't read it, so I didn't know that she wasn't going to spin. That's fine. I will put them together. Oh, where am I going? Minimize this and get that out of here. So now I can add that one on top here and I'll show you what they look like all together. So if it weren't for the music, you wouldn't know that that was off. So we can just add, you might not even be able to hear the music. You just add some nice audio over that and then we're done. So I'm just going to add this song. We'll drag it over and then we're going to cut it here. Just Control B. And then I'm going to drag that little dot. See how I get the arrows on each end? I'm going to drag it about 1 minute or 1.5 seconds so that we get it to fade out at the end. And let's watch the final product. All right. And that is how you do that. And you just export it when you're all done. I hope that this helped.